truly was tested when he turned around and beat me for the first time, because that's when he found out what was really going on, right?
So I had to go by the rules, and I had to show up for work all the time. I'm like, man, I can't be working all the time and doing your leg.
Okay, because I learned from people, so I never been effed up like, damn, I ain't gonna tell him he might beat me one day.
Controversial 1999 Mr. Olympia judging decision. Alright, buckle up for a trip down bodybuilding memory lane to the wild and controversial 1999 Mr. Olympia showdown. Picture this: the stage is set, muscles glistening under the spotlight, and the air thick with anticipation. Now imagine a judging decision so controversial, it sparked debate hotter than jalapeno on a summer day. In '99, Flex Wheeler and Ronnie Coleman battled it out for the coveted Mr. Olympia crown. The dust hadn't even settled, and bam! Controversy struck like lightning. Many, and I mean many, were waving the Flex Wheeler flag.
I remember being on stage, 1998, and I was in the first call out. I think Ronnie was in the third call out. We never even met each other on stage.
Of course I did, I would do cardio before work, and then when I get off from work, I do cardio again.
Truly was tested when he turned around and beat me for the first time, because that's when he found out what was really going on, right?
Screaming at the top of their lungs that he got robbed. They believed Flex deserved that shiny gold belt more than a kid in a candy store. The fallout? Oh boy, it was like a post-match wrestling brawl in the forums and chat rooms. Fans and supposed experts were at each other's throats, keyboards clanking furiously as they argued who should be the real champ. It was like a bodybuilding civil war, with Flex supporters on one side, Coleman fans on the other, and the internet as the battlefield. You had armchair judges dissecting poses, scrutinizing every flex and bulge, and even questioning if they had the right prescription glasses on the panel. It was a virtual shouting match, and no one was backing down. This controversy wasn't just a ripple, it was a tsunami that crashed through the bodybuilding community, leaving no one indifferent. The Mr. Olympia judging decision of '99 became the stuff of legend, whispered about in gym corners and passionately discussed over protein shakes. Intense rivalry. Let's dive into the heavyweight clash that was the Ronnie Coleman versus Flex Wheeler showdown. A rivalry that had bodybuilding enthusiasts on the edge of their seats and flexing their own muscles in excitement. The battleground? The Canada Cup. The stakes? Nothing less than bodybuilding supremacy. Picture this: two titans, Ronnie Coleman and Flex Wheeler going toe-to-toe. Flex to flex. It was like the Avengers facing off against each other, but with more oil and way less spandex. The Canada Cup wasn't just a competition, it was the Coliseum of bodybuilding, and these guys were the gladiators. Ronnie with his brute force and sheer power against Flex, the Sultan of Symmetry, with finesse and aesthetics that could make Michelangelo rethink his sculptures.
I think he has like maybe 2 million followers. Come on, he's the king. Ronnie will always be the king. I hope I'm alive.
So I had to go by the rules, and I had to show up for work all the time. I'm like, man, I can't be working all the time and doing your leg.
But you can't take a best of all time picture and match it up against him and be defeated.
Their rivalry wasn't just about lifting weights. It was a clash of styles, a battle of philosophies etched in sweat and determination. Every pose, every flex was a statement, a challenge thrown at the other. It wasn't just a physical battle. It was a mental chess game played out on a stage where every muscle counted. And oh, did the public lap it up. The interest in their battle skyrocketed. Fans were picking sides faster than kids in a candy store. Team Ronnie or Team Flex, it was like a bodybuilding version of a rock concert, and everyone had their favorite headliner. What made this rivalry so intense? It wasn't just the muscles, it was the respect. These guys weren't just competitors, they were gladiators who acknowledged each other's prowess. It was a dance of dominance, a tango of testosterone that left the audience in awe. Coleman's turnaround in 1998. Alright, let's rewind to 98, a year that marked the turning point in Ronnie Coleman's bodybuilding journey, a plot twist that would make Hollywood jealous. Now picture this, Ronnie. The man with muscles bigger than your average SUV had been facing a string of defeats against Flex Wheeler. It was like a bad script for him. Flex winning here, Flex winning there. Coleman probably felt like the Rocky Balboa of bodybuilding.
Yeah, so me and Ronnie had always been very great friends, you know, traveling all over the world and this, that, and the other, competing. You know, saying just to be, you know, accepted for your craft and what you've done.
Always the underdog against Flex's Apollo Creed. But then came '98, the year that flipped the script. Ronnie Coleman, with determination that could move mountains, stepped onto the stage with a fire in his belly. It wasn't just a competition, it was a redemption arc, a chance for him to rewrite his bodybuilding narrative. And what happened next? Bam! Victory! The crowd went wild. The judges raised Ronnie's hand, and suddenly the tables turned. Flex Wheeler, meet the new kid on the block. This one who just snatched the trophy from your grasp. This win wasn't just a gold medal around Coleman's neck. It was a symbol of resilience, a testament to the fact that setbacks can pave the way for comebacks.
Keep hold on to this title, you know. It was like I didn't never like do a lot of celebrating.
And then I would train afterwards, and sometimes he would hang over and watch.
That's throwing my symmetry off, so I wouldn't train arms. So I was focused on, you know, all my body parts, you know. So
okay, because I learned from people, so I never been effed up like, damn, I ain't gonna tell him he might beat me one day.
It was a nod to everyone who's ever faced a series of defeats and thought, maybe this isn't for me. Ronnie Coleman shouted from the mountaintop, not today. From that moment on, Ronnie's career wasn't just about lifting weights. It was a march toward dominance. The '98 victory lit a fire under him, and he went on a rampage, bulldozing through competitions like a force of nature. Flex Wheeler might have been the hurdle, but Ronnie Coleman was the unstoppable force. Flex Wheeler's unfortunate health setback. Let's talk about a plot twist that hit Flex Wheeler harder than a heavyweight dumbbell. His unexpected health setback in 1999. Imagine this. Flex, the sultan of symmetry at the peak of his bodybuilding game, suddenly facing a foe far more formidable than any competitor on stage. In '99, he got hit with a diagnosis that could bring even the strongest to their knees: focal segmental glomerulosclerosis, a rare kidney disease. Here's the kicker. Flex had been wrestling with symptoms since he was a teenager, a silent battle against an invisible opponent. Kidney issues lurking since the age of 14? Talk about a low blow. But Flex, being the warrior he is, soldiered on, conquering stages and winning 4 Arnold Classic titles like a champ. Fast forward to '99, and the health shocker drops. Flex, with a physique chiseled by the gods, discovered he was in a real fight, one that had nothing to do with bodybuilding poses. Focal segmental glomerulosclerosis doesn't just sound like a mouthful.
he told me I had to go to class, you know, and do law updates and qualify, you know, with the gun and everything.
You know, again, like I said, I don't think anyone's ever going to beat what Ronnie brought to the table. They might beat us. And then he came back and he asked me, he goes, Flex, how this movie? Can I use your name and likeness? And I'm like, yeah, sure. No.
It's a heavyweight adversary, damaging the filtration capabilities of the kidneys. One of those unseen foes that can ambush even the mightiest. As the condition progressed, Flex faced a heartbreaking decision. In 2002, he hung up his posing trunks and retired from bodybuilding. The stage that had been his kingdom, the flexing that had defined him, it all came to a screeching halt. Flex Wheeler's health setback wasn't just an end to a career, it was a sudden swerve into the unknown. A man who had sculpted his body to perfection, suddenly dealing with a body that betrayed him. It's the kind of plot twist you don't see coming, and it hits you right in the feels. But let's not forget, Flex Wheeler, even in the face of adversity, remains a legend. His 4 Arnold Classic titles are not just victories, they're echoes of a time when he dominated a stage. Focal segmental glomerulosclerosis may have cut short his bodybuilding journey, but it can't erase the legacy of the Sultan of Symmetry, Ronnie Coleman's gratitude to Flex Wheeler. Now, let's take a stroll down the unexpected boulevard of camaraderie in the cutthroat world of bodybuilding, where Ronnie Coleman and Flex Wheeler surprised everyone with a plot twist that wasn't about biceps or poses, but gratitude. In the midst of their epic battles on a bodybuilding stage, Ronnie Coleman and Flex Wheeler managed to find a moment of mutual respect and support that's rarer than a protein shake in a desert. Here's the scoop. Despite being fierce rivals, Ronnie took a moment to tip his hat to Flex Wheeler for playing a pivotal role in his journey to bodybuilding greatness. So, what's the story behind this unexpected camaraderie? It turns out Flex, in a move that's straight out of a buddy movie, introduced Ronnie to coach Chad Nichols. And that, my friends, was a game changer. Chad Nichols wasn't just any coach, he was the maestro behind the scenes, the puppeteer pulling the strings of Ronnie's contest preparations. Picture this: Flex Wheeler, a formidable competitor sharing the secret sauce of his success with Ronnie Coleman, the guy he faced off against on the biggest bodybuilding stages. It's like Batman giving Superman tips on crime fighting.
You know, the year before that, me and Ronnie have always been super close. You know, you just wow, you guys are amazing. I got to give tribute to you guys somehow. The hard work,
Unexpected, but undeniably cool. This unexpected camaraderie reveals that beneath the spray tans and flexing, there's a world of mutual respect in bodybuilding. It's not all grunts and competitive stares. Sometimes it's a nod of acknowledgement, a "hey, you helped me get there" kind of moment. Ronnie, in expressing his gratitude, peeled back the curtain on a side of bodybuilding that often stays backstage. It's a reminder that even in a fiercely competitive arena, there can be moments of camaraderie, where rivals become allies in the pursuit of greatness. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.